Just you have one of the best life stories out there, not even just in basketball, but just life in general. And to see it come full circle through, growing up in Chicago to going to the mid major to all the years overseas. And now I would say about the last year or so, maybe a little bit longer than a year, you've been having a record year after all that journey. In August of last year, I believe it was August of last year, you hit the game winner in the TBT. And then almost like simultaneously, you signed with the Pacers.
Yeah,
And that was a non-guaranteed deal. But later on in December, right around your birthday, you
yeah,
signed a guaranteed deal for the rest of the season. Um, just talk about everything coming full circle for you a little bit in your journey here.
yeah. So, like I like to say, I always like to give thanks to God. As my head says, Godspeed, and um, but yeah, that was very, I've been just trying to just trend up. Just trying to trend up in my career, which is it's not easy to do, but I put the work in. So, um, yeah, man, I signed with the TBT team and was able to get some extra money, which helped because, like I said, I took the smallest deal, and then I in Australia I've ever taken. Then I went to sign this Exhibit 10 deal, which was a $85,000 deal, and for me to work my way up, and I got cut, I got waived, after training camp, after having a good training camp, after being on such a high with the TBT. I like to tell people about the lows. Getting cut was
Yeah,
tough.
for
Um,
real.
they bringing in a guy, with a week and a half left in camp, another guard. When I've been there putting in work and putting in work in the summer league, it was tough. And I went to the G League, led in assists, had a great year, and yeah, for them to call me up around my birthday when I was just speaking to someone about this recently that that call up wasn't even something that they thought would be guaranteed. Like if I didn't play well those 10 days, I could have well off just been in the G League and waiting for another
Sure.
call, another team for the rest of the year. I think that was the only chance they would have given me. But like I said, with the blessings from God, things happened with COVID during my 10-day. It was like COVID waves through the year, and like our team had got hit with it, and I was healthy, and I was able to play well and
Yeah.
play well in the Garden, play well against the Cavaliers. Kyrie's first game back, and play well versus the Nets, and just gain some trust and get signed for the year. And just feel like this is going to just continue to change the trajectory of my career. So yeah, this year has been it's crazy that it just passed the year from, like you said, all of that stuff, but um, yeah, it's just been a very awesome, another awesome year for me, and now I'm just working harder each and every day to to keep going, to keep trending up, and it just comes from the blessings of God and the faith, and like I say, me stepping out on faith. Most people wouldn't have taken, an Exhibit 10 deal with a team full of guards. Most team wouldn't believe it. Most people wouldn't believe in themselves or turn down as much money as I did. A lot of people offer me a lot, after playing well and getting my Australian team to the playoffs. A second year team where only 4 teams make it to the playoffs there. It's a very competitive league. And we're playing during COVID, and to play in the TBT and put a lot on my body, and to take pay cuts and to win prize money. Like it's
Yep.
just a lot of things that I've been just able to try to position I put myself in, and work hard. Like people don't even remember that first TBT game. I played 8 minutes. Like
Wow.
coach didn't even know of my game that much yet. We had DeAndre Kane, Tyrese Rice,
Devendorf.
yeah, even all of these guys who, then a team full of Syracuse guys, DJ Kennedy, all these guys who have a long, really great resume abroad, and me getting in the mix of that, and like I said, some guys getting hurt, and I was able to get an opportunity down the stretch and in the championship and win. It's just been a story of just me just staying ready.
Yep.
Have to get ready. Like you said, from my whole journey of mid-major guy to now.
Yeah, and then kind of diving into the NBA a little bit. You had 2 games, your first 2 games in the NBA, where you played about 10 minutes coming off the bench, but after that you got the opportunity to start. And in your first 3 games, I have the statistics here. You shot 50% from the field, 42% from three, 16.7 points per game, 5.3 assists per game, and 3.3 rebounds per game in your first 3 starts. What was the confidence level heading into those starts, and what was the mindset heading into those starts?
Yeah, so like you said, my first 2 games I played like 10 minutes, so those games were really hard. Trying to get my feet wet, trying to get
Yeah.
my bucket, trying to come in on a team in the middle of the season, don't know the plays. Like I say, another tough moment where it's like, I'm trying to figure it out. First game couldn't score. My second game, I remember having 2 points versus the Bulls. I remember DeMar DeRozan hitting the one-leg game winner on us. Tough moments where, you got to go back to your room and look yourself in the mirror and just, trust yourself. Got to go and practice where, guys may be looking at you sideways or the coach maybe not trust you, and trust yourself. And, I like to thank, like I say, the coaches and the people that I have, because for the next game, like I said, people got COVID. I was sitting on the plane, next to the guy who had it, and I didn't have it. And it just was God, a blessing. But, then for coach to have the confidence to start me, and me for having another opportunity, it was like, all right, you got like, I've already had these last 2 tough games, tough moments, but I've been staying with it and preparing myself for it. And, that game, I remember, I don't know the exact statistics as far as percentage, but I remember I had like 10 points, 6 assists or 5 assists, Cavaliers. And then, the next game, we go to the Garden, and we playing someone who I really admire, and D Rose wasn't playing, but I was just so excited to play against him.
Yeah.
Someone who's my idol, someone that we all looked up to as guards growing up in Chicago, be number 1 in high school, do 1 year of college, and number 1 overall pick to our hometown, win Rookie of the Year and MVP. Like, it was just, someone
Unreal.
he wanted to replicate that in some, in our own realm, into our own level of capacity and success. And, for me to have 22, I remember I hit my first 4 threes in the first. Just to be playing in the Garden, just everywhere you go in that gym, it's like Madison Square Garden. It says world's most famous arena, and you just see all the pictures of the artists and just everybody who's came through there with all of their creative talent, and and it's just something you just always look forward to. And for, like I say, for God to have the shots falling in, the ball coming into me at the right time, guys closing out at the right time, and I'm just able to let it flow. That just changed my life. And then, Kyrie Irving, he's my favorite player. Not anymore because I'm in the league, but
Yeah.
he was my favorite player. Like, I had just gave my high school all Kyrie's. He couldn't, I was very upset that he, couldn't play this season, because they told us as, NBA players that, even if we didn't have the vaccine shot, we'll still be able to play. And, they basically made him retire. And for his first game back to be versus me.
Yeah, that's really cool.
It was like really cool. It was really divine. And I was just, these are all big moments. Everyone's calling me like, man, you got to guard Kyrie, man. Just, he got a lot of game and this and that. And it's like, these things has built me. Like you say, all of these moments in my life, everything has built me. So, I'm very humble and, just have, a quiet sense of, faith here. But like, yeah, I have like a quiet confidence about me, just a quiet strength that, people say I'm under 6 feet, whatever the case may be, but I play much bigger and much better than, what the eye presents. And, that's what I'm still carving out now. Whoever values me and, believe that I'm that guy, that multi-million-dollar player, I'm going to be able to show that and represent that, for the rest of my career. That's my goal.